gentlemen, welcome back to the Smoky Room. I hope everybody's doing fine. And today, I'm pretending that I'm doing the show from Key West. Now, actually, what I'm doing is I'm shooting for a new look here. Maybe I pick up a couple of more viewers or something and say, hey, did you guys see that Smoky Room, dude? You ought to see the shirt she's wearing, man. Anyway, Super Tuesday coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Super Tuesday. And you're saying, just what's he talking about? We ain't voting for nothing. No, not really. But I think, in a sense, collectively, we will be. And our vote should take the place of gathering in Washington, D.C. by the millions, if possible. You see, Donald Trump came out today and explained to everybody that he's going to be arrested on Tuesday by the New York City District Attorney or something like that. I don't know. And it's the crime is that supposedly he paid off a prostitute to keep quiet. Is that a crime? I, is it a crime? Yeah, sure. Bill Clinton never paid prostitutes to keep quiet. Oh, Maron, you think, huh? Yeah, like him and Hillary were really, they didn't even sleep in the same freaking state. So, Bill was stooping other people, if you know what I mean. And I'm sure he paid to keep some of them quiet, but that's got nothing to do with what we're talking about here. What we're talking about is a president that's going to be arrested. It would be the first time in American history that that's ever happened. Um, and while we're talking about that, whenever I mention president being arrested, what you need to be thinking of is when and how Mar-a-Lago was raided. And then let's look at how Mr. I keep them where my Corvette is parked in my garage. Let's see how the two were handled. What we are discussing here right now, ladies and gentlemen, is, and if you can't see it, there's something really wrong with you. We are witnessing a tyrannical government, right? I think we are. Now, does anybody agree with that? What do you think? I mean, does it seem to you like there's a two-tier justice system in this country, and has been for quite a while, as a matter of fact? But during Mr. Biden's whatever you want to call it is he's doing, it has become more prevalent, and the disgusting way that certain groups of people are being treated. I am referring to Christians. I am referring to parents that show up at school board meetings. I am referring to people that are locked up and haven't been charged with anything for going over 2 years now, folks. Yeah, those are folks that got whisked away January 6th. You remember that violent that violent day of American history, the most violent day in American history that was. It was an insurrection, ladies and gentlemen, that took place January 16th, 2022. I'm sorry. Jeez, God. Yeah, was it? Wait a minute. When the hell? I don't know. 2021, something like that. 22. Who the hell cares anymore? You can see if these. Yeah, it was. I mean, really, it was worse than the Battle of Gettysburg. People were saying, Americans killing Americans by the thousands. What? Really? Disregard that. This guy says it never happened. But that's the truth, isn't it? So, if, you see, I called my congressman not long after that happened. Of course, I didn't speak to him. And he really doesn't want me to call there anymore. I think he starts crying now when I call. But I asked the question. I said, if it was an insurrection, is that illegal? Anybody got an answer to that? If we decided to have an insurrection, would that be illegal? Our Declaration of Independence states completely the opposite. You just got to go out and pick one of these up and read it for yourself. The second paragraph of the Declaration of Independence. Yeah, just pick it up and read it, and you're going to go, wow, that Smoky Room guy was right. So, second paragraph. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted amongst men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever, that includes January 6th, whenever any form of government becomes destructive to these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and institute a new government. So, me reading that, like I told my congressman, I said, I don't really think we need permission. You know, it's not like George Washington said, wait a minute, guys, no, don't sign that yet. Let's give King George a call and see whether or not he says okay. Well, okay, guys, Ben, are you on board with that? No? No, that's not what happened. No. Oh, hell no. Americans just got together and said, screw this shit. We ain't doing this anymore. Now, the first president in American history to get arrested, do you think that is motivation enough to show up by the millions in D.C.? By the millions! What's it gonna take, folks? What's it gonna take? Do they got to start knocking at our doors next and taking our weapons away? And then what happens after that? Look, I hope you don't think I'm contradicting myself, because the end game here comes out of this book, and it's called Revelation. I wholeheartedly believe this, but in the meantime, from now until Christ comes back, I mean, if you would like to live in a free country until Christ comes back, people are going to say, that dude really dove off the deep end. But no, it's not that way. look, a couple of things can happen here. And I thought this one out. And I'm thinking, okay, let's make believe that I don't know, I work for the DNC. Okay. I don't know. I'm the public relations guy for the DNC. All right, I'm like the head muckety muck of public relations. The very very first thing I'm going to say, they're going to do what? Arrest him? Do you realize what that picture is going to do to American citizens? Because look, Donald Trump is no schmo. He had a show on TV for I don't even know how many years. Extremely popular, extremely successful. The man is not stupid, obviously. And he's not crazy. You can't be stupid and crazy and be a billionaire. And marry a woman that looks like that. I mean, for God's sakes, yo, come on. And they wanted to compare Michelle against her? Oh, Michelle's more beautiful. Oh my God, you can't say she's not. Yeah, oh. Because if you say she's not, you're a racist. And that is getting so freaking old. Even black people are tired of it. It's going to be a publicity disaster. But you see, the DNC has gotten very used to disasters. They see one 24/7. He sleeps in the White House, waiting on the milkman to show up. How come the milkman didn't come yet? Really? So, the other thing, though, people that think like me, that see that happen, if it does, I'm still thinking a 50-50 chance. But he is going to turn it into a publicity success and nightmare for the Democrats. Elon Musk stated that, yes, if they arrest him, it's obviously a landslide. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I had a conversation with my son. I picked him up in Hamilton yesterday, Hamilton, New Jersey. He came back home for St. Patty's Day. He wanted corned beef and cabbage. So anyway. And we were talking on the way home to drive home, and we were talking about this kind of stuff, And he thinks that it could go either way, with Trump getting in or not. But for God's sakes, things I've been looking at, okay, the black community, the African American community is really, really starting to reconsider whether or not it's worthwhile to stay on the plantation or to leave. Okay? So the plantation meaning the DNC. Does anybody remember you're not black if you don't vote for me? If I were African American, I would really find that extremely insulting. And he's not even black. He's retarded, but he's not black. You're not black if you don't vote for me. This is the guy that supposedly beat up Corn Pop, and he says that in public? Like what? You're proud to say you beat up Corn Pop. Corn Pop probably was a guy like Prince. Okay, I'll give him that. If he was like Prince, he probably kicked the living hell out of him. Joe's a big guy, from what I understand. Not big in here, but he's very tall. And he likes doing push-ups. I'll take him behind the barn. Yeah, he probably thinks there's a barn behind the White House. Oh, I'm not joking. Where are the cows at? I thought I had cows out there. Why he doesn't speak with a Jewish accent, does he? But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just like, I think we could use this to send a message out to Capitol Hill. I'm sending them an SOS to the world. I'm sending an SOS to the world. I hope that some. Come on, anybody know that? Anybody know that? The police, the Polizei, sting. So we can use this as a way to gather many, 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 many people. And just give them a message. A gigantic F you. Okay, we don't want to play with you anymore. We do not like you anymore. We are sick and tired of you. We want you people to go far, 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 far away and never come back, and don't call anybody here. That's what we want. At least that's what I want. So, Donald Trump might get arrested. I'm wondering, I'm really wondering, you think they're going to handcuff him? Do you have any idea what that picture will look like? Come on, folks. Is that martyr material or what? Donald Trump handcuffed? Look, the way these folks are, I could see that happening. And they're probably, they're going to be all tough and everything, and there's probably going to be SWAT galore over there around him. But he'll have his guys. He'll have an army of lawyers and his own Secret Service. Yeah, So that's really all I had to say today. That I think this could be a very useful, motivating tool to get like-minded folks motivated to really, I don't know, maybe we ought to, what I just told my wife not long ago, at least we could go down fighting. Look, anybody ever read about the American Revolution and what George Washington faced when he first saw his army? He wanted to go home. He didn't want to do that no more. What the hell did I get myself into? It was a mob of drunks. That's what it was. They had these militias. And look, they're guys just like we're guys. Okay? You got a gun. You're going to shoot at people. And at night, what are you going to do at night? You're going to party like Rick James. Okay? And that's what these guys were doing. And it scared the living crap out of him. He says, wait a minute. We're going to fight the superpower of the world? Are you kidding me? With this? But that was George Washington. That's why he was such a great man. He got his ass handed to him. Battle after battle after battle after battle. I think his first major victory, his first major victory was over there in Trenton. against the Prussians. Boy, did they have a rude awakening. Yeah, these guys walked, I don't know how many miles. They haven't been eaten. A lot of them are sick. Now, here's the top one. From a guy's diary, he said, you could follow the blood trail in the snow to where we were going. These guys didn't have shoes and they're walking on ice and snow. Oh, here's another good one, too. And then when they had some time to sit down and grab something to eat, whoever did have a shoe, they stole it and threw it in boiling water and tried to eat the damn thing. What can you say, all right? Kind of like the North Vietnamese. I mean, I never met them, never wanted to meet them, never wanted to be near them. But they were tough little bastards. They didn't have much. What they had was a ton of heart. And we beat the superpower of the world. The superpower of the world got it handed to them by a bunch of farmers. Okay? Trained, the best trained military in the world. Right? They ruled the seas. They had everything. We had a lot of guys that just didn't want to be messed with anymore. They were tired of it. Okay? I don't know. Are you tired of it? I sure as I've been tired of it since 9/11. I haven't been the same person. I just haven't. Right? Because you can't tell me and make me believe that in one single day, 3 very, very large buildings fell at free fall. Does anybody know what that means? That means that as it was coming down, the solid material coming down met no resistance. That's called free. It would be like dropping a stone off of a very large building. There's nothing in its way. The towers got hit up top. What weakened the bottom? So 3 very large buildings fall at free fall into their own damn footprint. 3 in one day. That changed me for life. I'm sorry, but I mean, I really don't want to apologize. There's nothing to apologize for. It just changed me because the bullshit story they handed us, nah, and all these kids that went overseas. My heart goes out to them. It really does. Very, very brave young men and women that went there. And I don't want to say what I want to say. I'll just keep that to myself. But let's see what happens Tuesday. And like I said, perhaps we can really use this as a motivation tool to finally bring this thing to a conclusion. The thing that I am talking about is this tyrannical regime needs to get a good old fashioned South Philly ass whooping. Okay? So, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, remember, stay tuned and look out for the Smoky Room, enemy of the New World Order. Plus, I wear a Hawaiian shirt now. Okay? What do you think? Ain't bad, right? It's cool. Okay, folks. So with that, I am gonna sign off. Take care. Whoops, that wasn't how we sign off. Ah, there we go.